So you just got your new e-bike, you're really excited to take it out into the world, go on trails, ride around town. You and your friends got some, it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to get out there and ride around, but there's one important thing you should do. Read your owner's manual. This is worst case scenario with owning an e-bike. These customers had their e-bike batteries explode on them. And to top it off, it was why they weren't home. And they were extremely lucky this didn't burn down their house. They were luckily kept in a garage, and the cinder block walls and everything absorb most of the heat. But as you can see here, once an e-bike battery decides to go, it's essentially a runaway effect, and it is near impossible to put them out, even with things like fire extinguishers. Water's not going to do a damn thing to them, and it can be extremely dangerous. These customers ordered these bikes online from a direct-to-consumer company. I'm not going to name them simply because this could literally happen to any e-bike, regardless of the brand, if it's used incorrectly. So what happened? Simple. They left their e-bikes plugged in, charging while they left. These customers own a beach house, and of course, there's people coming and going. They're not there year-round. They have people looking over the property, but they didn't look through the owner's manual. They also didn't heed our advice whenever they picked the bikes up in the first place, because we tell every single e-bike customer, make sure you don't leave your bike plugged in for an extended periods of time, especially if you're not going to be home. Now, I love e-bikes. I use one myself. It's a lot of fun. It's great for zipping around town and just getting out there without too much of an exercise. I use it primarily for an errand bike, but they do come with risks that aren't associated with normal bikes, and most people purchasing these bikes online aren't prepared or aren't aware of these potential risks, especially these fire hazards. I assemble and fix a ton of e-bikes, and every single customer, I always remind them about this potential issue with the batteries, and to remind them, don't leave these plugged in for too long, especially if you're not home. And a lot of times, this is the first time the customer ever hears about it. Another thing to note is you shouldn't plug in multiple e-bike batteries into the same power outlet or into the same surge protector. It creates too big of a load and can potentially run into an issue of overheating. So why am I making this video? Simply as a warning. Just consult your e-bike owner's manual. Do not leave your e-bikes plugged in for an extended period of time, especially when you're not home. And make sure you don't plug in multiple batteries into the same outlet, because it is a huge fire risk, and it's just not worth losing your home, your potential lives, to something that's so easily preventable.